I look thin over there and I'm fat as fuck like that.
Today's video is about Lomography Berlin Kino 400. This film is relatively new to the market. It was released by Lomography in 2019. I believe it's a repackaged cinema film that's synonymous with the new German film scene that was happening in the 1960s. Before shooting this film and looking at the sample shots and some examples of German cinema, you can see that there's a clear look to this film. There's a sort of softness and a sort of dreamlike quality, if I don't want to sound too cliche by saying that, but it's something that is new to me when it comes to black and white film, as I'm used to shooting films like Tri-X, which has a very distinct grittiness, which sort of can be overbearing in some circumstances, but it's something I'm very fond of. But I thought I'll try and mix up for this one. This film features a wide latitude, which is something which is common with cinema film, as it needs to be pushed and pulled all over the place, and obviously directors have different preferences. I managed to shoot 2 rolls of the 120 version of this film. I shot it at 400 as normal. The first roll was an experiment. It was all an experiment because I managed to attach a fisheye to my Mamiya, and so I was keen just to see if the fisheye worked, and I was just keen to see what the film had to offer, so I wasn't really sure what the results would be like. The second roll I took on a trip that I took on the Easter bank holiday with some of my friends around South Wales. We started the day off in the town of Monmouth. It's like typical, sort of like a large market town with some street photography shots that we took there, and we ended up the day in a corner of the Brecon Beacons that I haven't been before, and I'll probably go back to. So there's a nice mixture of street photography as well as landscapes. While shooting both of these rolls, I used a very subtle diffusion filter. So obviously I was aware of the cinematic qualities, and I was thinking using a diffusion filter might make some of that dreaminess that you kind of get from those vintage cinema stocks. I think that the diffusion filter, it came into its own when it in the Bracken shots. I took some portraits while in that light, and it worked really, really well. Also, I think it worked well with the light cascading through the trees, and it was getting bloom from those kind of rays. This video is essentially broken up into 2 acts, if you like. The first act is the first roll, whereas mostly skating shots and me just testing out the fisheye. And the second roll is more the road trip from Monmouth to Bracken. Hope you enjoy the photos.
it.